Hello, welcome back to my channel. If you are new here, my name is Layla, and for today's video, I'm going to be giving you an update on Q4 of 2022. Quarterly updates are some of my favorites to film. I mean, I like filming a lot of my videos, but I love looking at quarterly updates because, as y'all know, on my channel and in my day-to-day life, I look at my finances on a month-to-month basis. I do look more frequently than that. I'll sometimes check my accounts, but at a minimum, I'm checking my accounts, my net worth, all of that stuff on a month-to-month basis. And I really like doing these quarterly updates. Whenever I film these videos, I often mention to also look at your quarterly updates. So every quarter after the quarter has passed, look at what has changed in the last 3 months because it's sometimes really crazy the differences. I've been giving these updates for a couple of years now, every quarter, so you probably know what to expect, but in case you've never seen one of these videos, I will link a couple of my previous ones down below. But what I'm gonna go over in this video is an update on my debt, my investments, my net worth, my money goals, my income, all that stuff. So let's go ahead and get started. I'm gonna start with my debt. I do have $36,000 of total student loan debt, but I have not been actively paying those down. I've been saving for them in my high yield savings account. That's because they are in forbearance and at 0% interest. They've been that way for a very long time, and that's not gonna be over until mid 2023 or even beyond that. So I've just been continuing to save from them. I will say that in Q4, there was slow progress here. Let me give you the numbers. So at the end of Q3, the total amount that I had saved for my student loan debt was $22,092, and the end of Q4, I was at $24,721. So that's an increase of $2,629. That's still really good. This includes all the interest that was accrued on there. Q4 was a much higher spend time for me. I did a lot of personal spending in Q4. And then by the time December came around, I knew that I wanted to prioritize my Roth IRA over my student loan so that I could try and max out my Roth IRA in 2022 and not have to worry about it going into the new year. But we'll talk, y'all know already that I still am trying to max that out. I will get to that in January. Over $2,600 though is still pretty decent, and I feel very confident that over the next few months, I keep saying this in all my videos, but over the next few months, it's gonna speed up way more. Like I'll be able to contribute way more to my student loan debt savings, and we'll knock that out within a few months. Next is online income. This is just the income that I receive from my side hustles. So my YouTube channels, my blogs, sponsorships, affiliates, coaching, direct support, all of that stuff. I have videos where I break down everything every single month. This doesn't include any extra income, so this is pretty exciting. October, I earned $1,822. November, I earned $3,618. December, I earned $2,633 for a total of $8,073 in Q4. Definitely my highest quarter, my strongest quarter. November was crazy, over $3,600. I made more money from my online income plus my extra income than I did from my full-time job, which is mind-blowing. Q4 and Q1 are typically stronger times for me because of how, the ads work and sponsorships, stuff like that. But I definitely have noticed a pickup in my side hustle, specifically with this YouTube channel. Obviously, lots of new subscribers over the last month, so thank you for being here. I am just hoping that this continues to stay at this pace or, definitely higher, because it helps me a lot. And eventually I would like to take all of this full time and go more down my entrepreneurial path, but for now it's awesome side hustle income. Okay, so for my investments, I'm only going to talk about the main ones. I had a couple, I have like Fidelity and Webull that I just don't, it's not even enough to worry about. Same with like crypto. I'm not going to worry about including these in these quarterly updates anymore. So the first one is my Roth IRA, which, as I said, I focused on a lot in December, so I put more to it in Q4. I put $2,100 toward my Roth IRA, all of that invested in VTSAX. At the end of Q3, my Roth IRA was at $9,340. And at the end of Q4, I was at $12,110. So an increase of $2,770. As I said, I put in $2,100, but it only grew by about 2,700. So not too much growth. The market has not been strong for 2022, but in my opinion, that's a great time to invest. So I bought all of these on sale, is what I like to say, because I was able to purchase more shares of VTSAX. And then once the market recovers and that starts growing, I do expect my Roth IRA to continue to go up much higher. Also, I'm going to continue contributing to it, and I want to max it out every single year from now going forward for as long as I can. M1 Finance is a brokerage account. I have not contributed anything to M1 Finance in quite some time. I also didn't receive any referrals in quarter 4. I always have my referral link down below. I think right now they changed it up, so you can get $100 after you invest $5,000, which it used to be like all you had to do was invest $100 and you would get $50. So that has changed a little bit, but I have that down below if you're interested. I do really like M1 Finance, so I highly suggest it. But at the end of quarter 3, my M1 Finance account was at $5,246, and then the end of quarter 4, it was at $5,615, so up $369 there. With M1 Finance, I'm invested all in VTI. Of course, same thing with this account, the market wasn't doing so great, so this isn't as high. I've had it at higher amounts before, and I do expect this to go up once the market recovers a little bit more. But yeah, not too bad for not contributing anything at all. Next is my 401k, and if you've been watching me for some time, you know that this is the first year of my life that I've ever had a 401k, and my company matches it. So I put in 6% of my income, my company matches that. In quarter 4, I did get a raise at my job, so I started increasing an additional $15 per month to my 401k, and then so did my company. So I contributed $930 in quarter 4. My company matched that, so a total of $1,860 was contributed. I do prefer to use a traditional 401k, just FYI. At the end of quarter 3, my 401k balance was at $3,702, and end of quarter 4, I was at $5,910, so an increase of $2,208, which isn't too bad. Again, stock market was not great, so no crazy growth here, but it's really nice to get that match because my money goes much further like that. And same thing, once the market recovers, I expect this to grow a lot more. Now we can move on to my savings. This is specifically my sinking funds. This doesn't include what I have for my student loans. This doesn't include what I have saved to pay quarterly estimated taxes, just those main ones that I mention every single month. At the end of quarter 3, I had $9,360 saved across my sinking funds, and then the end of quarter 4, I was at $9,650, so an increase of $290. There's never too big of an increase here because I am putting money into my sinking funds every single month, just a few of them, I think just 4 at this point. But I also take some money out, so if I travel, if I purchase gifts, if I have any car maintenance or anything, I do pull from my sinking funds, so this usually doesn't increase by too much. These numbers do include my emergency fund, and that's been at $6,000 for several months now, and I haven't been adding to it, but eventually I want to get to the point where I'm adding to my emergency fund again on a monthly basis, and then I would expect these numbers to go up. Final numbers to share would be my net worth, always the most exciting to me. The end of quarter 3, I was at $15,968. End of quarter 4, I reached $23,301. So an increase of $7,333, which is actually a pretty big jump. I did want this to be higher. I wanted to reach 25K, which we're going to talk about the goals that I set for quarter 4 in just a moment, but I'm still really happy with that growth. It is so cool to see what can be done and what changes in a quarter. You can see some pretty big changes month to month, but even more so in the quarter, and then of course much bigger in the whole year, which I will make a separate video on, of course. But yeah, that's still really, really exciting for me, and I just hit a positive net worth 1 year ago. So at the end of quarter 4 of 2021 is when I hit a positive net worth. So yeah, obviously over the year I've come a pretty far way, and I'm happy about it. As far as my quarter 4 goals go, they were pretty big. And now earlier I was talking about how I was thinking I was going to get a bonus in December, which was true, but I also completely forgot about student loan debt cancellation. So I was thinking, because that was announced in August, so for Q4, I was like, oh yeah, if I get this cancellation, like I will explode past these numbers, you know? So for Q4, I assumed that the cancellation was going to be happening, and I did think I was going to get the bonus. But the cancellation is a bigger thing, because with that, I would have gotten the 20K wiped out, and that was supposed to happen by the end of 2022. Clearly that's not happening as of right now. I don't think it's going to. So yeah, I set some pretty big goals for Q4, and you'll see. Let's just go through them. Goal number 1 was to be debt free, or basically to, you know, have enough saved to completely pay off my debt. And again, I would have that 20K wiped out. So I would have had enough money to completely pay off my debt, and then I would have cash left over. But that's not the case. So I did not reach debt freedom. Goal number 2 was to max out my Roth IRA. I did not max out my Roth IRA, so didn't reach that goal. Same thing, I thought I would have plenty of cash left over to be able to do that. Goal number 3 was to earn at least $6,000 from my online income, and I did do that. So I made over $8,000, so went well beyond that. Well, you know, 2K beyond that, which I'm very happy about. Goal number 4 was to get my emergency fund to $9,000. Again, assumed I would have the cancellation and have leftover money, so I would just put that toward my emergency fund. I did want to add to my emergency fund if that was the case, but I'm not prioritizing that right now. I do have $6K in there, and for now that's okay. Goal number 5 was to reach a $25,000 net worth. Whenever I set net worth goals, it's, you know, you can't really control your net worth, because depending on the market, it could be higher, it could be much lower. So I did fall short on that. I can help my net worth by saving a lot of money, but also I'm investing a lot of my money. So when you invest money, you can lose money. So I do want to clarify that whenever I set net worth goals, I don't always know what to expect with them, and they're not always realistic, but I still like to say a number. Out of the 5 goals that I set, I only hit 1, but that's okay. I went into the quarter thinking something, and that didn't happen. So now going into Q1, or now that we're in Q1, I can set more realistic goals, and let's go through those now. So for Q1, goal number 1 is to reach $31,000 saved for my student loans. So over the next 3 months, I'll need to work on saving about $6,000, a little over $6,000. Goal number 2 is to max out my 2022 Roth IRA. I am going to do that in January, so we'll finish that early on in Q1. Goal number 3 is to make at least $7,500 from my online income. So definitely working on that. I do expect a pretty decent amount of that to come from January, just because my YouTube revenue was really strong for December, and I get paid out for that in January. But you know, I'm trying my best to plan everything out and do what I can in my free time, because I will say it's been more and more challenging to do all of this along with my full-time job and everything else going on in my life. So I wouldn't change that right now. I absolutely love it. I will continue to do this. This is my main priority. So 7.5K is what we're aiming for Q1. At least 7.5K, ideally much more than that. And then goal number 4, I did set another net worth goal. And again, I have no clue if I'll be able to do this. This isn't completely in my control, but I would like to reach a net worth of at least $30,000. So I would need to grow another 7,000 or so. So I did grow over 7,000 in Q4, so maybe I can do that again in Q1. The cool thing about your net worth and the amount of money that you have invested is that the more money that you have invested and the more money that you have saved, even just in a high yield savings, the more passive income you make. So maybe I'm only contributing X amount, but because of the growth in the market, the dividends, the interest, and all of that compounding on itself, it grows so much faster. And I'm still at a point, like at a low point in my net worth journey. So, you know, I feel like once I hit the 100K net worth, it will go even faster. But I have noticed that over the last year that based off of how much money I have invested, it does speed up the process, and I think that's so exciting. So I think based off of the pattern that I saw in 2022, then I can expect a decent amount of growth in Q1 of 2023. I know that the market is a little bit crazy right now and we're like in a recession or going into a recession, so I'm not expecting too much, but based off of the amount that I'm investing, the amount I expect to save, the income I expect to receive in quarter one, 30K sounds reasonable, and hopefully I can say that I achieved that in April. And that is a wrap on quarter four of 2022. That's a wrap on all of 2022, but I will be making a separate video on the whole year of 2022. So I'll give you the update on all of those numbers, but from the beginning of 2022 to the end, so it's all in one place. Let me know if y'all have any questions, or feel free to let us know how your quarter four went. Thank you for being here. Thank you for watching. Please give this video a thumbs up, subscribe if you have not already, and I'll see you in my next video.